Hi, you guys. It's Thursday, March 12th, 2015. My name is Doris, and this is the Knit and Purl Podcast, episode 42. These needles are like butter, is the title. You can find the show notes for this podcast on Knit and Purl. Purl is P-E-A-R-L. Doris.blogspot.com. In social media, I am One Fine Cow on Ravelry and Twitter. I am One Fine Design on Facebook and Etsy, and I am Doris M. Smith, all smushed together, on Instagram. If you're new to this podcast, first time you've seen this face, thank you so much for coming. I hope that you enjoy yourself. I hope that you will come back again. Subscribe if you haven't already. There's a red button right there. If you are returning, I say thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your comments, your thumbsing up, and sharing. Thank you so much. This podcast has a Ravelry group, which is the Knit and Purl podcast group. We're staying about the same. We got 74 members, and I am so thankful for all of you. You're wonderful. And we have birthdays this week in the Ravelry group. So today was Jarito's birthday. Happy birthday, Jarito. The Yarn Goes On, Lisa Marie, has a birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Lisa Marie. And Life Full of Laughs, who is Lisa, has a birthday on Monday. Happy birthday to you all, and I hope that you have a wonderful birthday, that you get to do what you want, and that you get spoiled, and you get to eat lots of cake. So in YouTube, we are going up and down and up and down. Yesterday when I wrote the show notes, we had 214. Today we have 213. That's just the way it goes. But I appreciate all of you for watching and for thumbsing up, for commenting. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ravelry Group, for your support and your participation. Thank you. So moving right along, this podcast the Ravelry Group has a March Knit What You Love, KAL. The rules for this is that you must be a member of the group to qualify for prizes. The project needs to be started on March 1st or after and finished by March 31st. 1 entry per person. And you must explain in the post why you love it. Could be the yarn, could be the needles, it could be the pattern, could be all of it together. You must explain why it is something that you love. Chatter is welcome and encouraged. I have found that I've been enjoying so much having just one thread for everything. We get to talk, we get to say, wow, that's so pretty, and wow, you're doing such a good job, and wow, that was fast, and it's just really fun. I hope you all are enjoying it as well. Have fun and happy knitting, or have fun with your happy knitting. The prize is a $6 giftable pattern from Ravelry. So far we have 3.5 projects completed. Right here, I just want to say that if there's anyone out there in YouTube or Ravelry that has something that they want promoted or want to donate and give for gift giving for prizes, I would be so appreciative. This is the first time in almost a year that I've asked, but I'm asking if you have something that you want to promote or you want to donate as a prize. It would be much appreciated by me and the other participants in the knitting and stuff. Or if you want to promote your Etsy store, we can maybe do a contest, giveaway that way. But just let me know. Either contact me on, or private message on Ravelry, or leave me a message on YouTube. Let me know. It would be much appreciated. That's all I want to say about that. Okay, so stash this week. I must start with the most important thing. Da, 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 da. I got my sock ruler. You can, if you're interested, you could go to sockruler.com and see the product. But I used it on my socks, and I love it. It comes with packaging, and it comes with a little diagram on how to use. This is measuring the leg, and the heel, and then using it to measure from your heel to the toe. So cool. So much easier than trying to lay it out flat and do the measuring tape. Recommend it. Like the second one that was shipped, I got in a few days. So I just must have been in a glitch. So I recommend this. Regardless, this is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You can see how they measure us, and really cool. So I got that. And I got some Red Heart Team Spirit, which you'll see later in one of the projects. It is a black and gold. I'm doing like a commission donation charity thing for a fundraiser from my high school alma mater. Somebody contacted me on Facebook and asked if I wanted to, make something for donate for a silent auction. So I'm going to do that. I got some. I got my needles I ordered. They are amazing, like butter. Knitter's Pride Dreams. This is a US 9 5.5? Yeah, 5.5 millimeter, 24-inch circular. Let me just tell you a secret. I'm going to order more, but don't tell Ted. I'm thinking I can order like one every paycheck, one pair, because these things are the bomb. And did I have one more thing? That's it. My sock, the yarn, and the needles. So, let me have a little sip. The story of the week is I had a knee injury last week. Got out of bed Thursday morning, and I just stepped out of bed and my knee went out on me. And it was pain, and it was popping, and I couldn't walk. And so I went to the doctor. He looked at it, and he did one thing, and I jumped out of my seat, so to speak. He goes, "Oh, you have a strained MCL." Sorry. So I had a free day off Thursday and Friday, taking it easy, and I went back to work Monday with a neoprene sleeve on my knee, and I've been that way this week, and so I haven't been able to go work out. I'm gonna try again Monday this coming week, and just get back on, take it slow, see how it goes. And Sunday morning, I woke up with a bout of atrial fib, which is a irregular heartbeat that lasted all day. It was miserable. It was horrible. But by like 10, I was just like, what am I going to do? It's not quitting. And I was praying and praying, God, please. And I'm like, okay, so I need to enlist more people. So I went on Instagram and just asked for prayer. And a lot of people responded with prayers. And I thank you guys so much. I went to bed, I went to sleep, and I woke up Monday morning in normal sinus rhythm, which is, if you've had AFib or know any, it's like not a comfortable thing. I was diagnosed a couple of years ago with it, and most times I'm fine, and I just take an aspirin a day just to keep the blood thin in case of an episode. But I kind of blame that, but the reason, okay, I went off track this weekend. This is all mixed up. So I kind of got off track this week with my health. It wasn't bad. I had a couple of days that I ate poorly for one meal or whatever. So it wasn't because I had a knee injury, and it wasn't because I had the AFib. I know that it was because I wasn't doing the things that I needed to do to stay focused. I wasn't journaling. I had stopped journaling, and I had stopped like reviewing my plan, being encouraged and, with my plan, and I haven't been getting enough sleep. It's so hard for me because I get up at 5:00, 5:15. I go to work a full-time job. And then, like most people do, and I want to just knit at night. I want to just like knit, and then I get in a project and it's 10 o'clock and I still want to knit, and it's just hard. So these are the things I know I need to do to get focused again and get really back into it. Like I said, it wasn't bad, but I didn't lose any weight this week, but I didn't gain any, so all is well. Get back. I've had 2 really good days of staying focused, and so the health pearl this week is how to get back on track when life derails you. That's just my title, but I got some information from Reboot with Joe. Now, Joe is the guy from the movie, I think it is Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. Is that right? Come on, tell me. Yell at the screen, is that right? Yes. Anyway, it's the guy that does the 60-day juice. Now, I'm not all about the juice. I do reboot when I'm ready to like really focus on what I'm doing, but I didn't do so bad. But anyway, 9 tips on how to get back on track. And this is, like I said, from Reboot with Joe. The first and most important one is do not be too hard on yourself. The second one is recognize your excuses. My excuses were that I injured my knee and I had a bad episode with my heart. But the real reason was because I wasn't doing the things I needed to do. Remind yourself what it is that you want from this. You want to be healthy, you want to trim down, you want to get in your summer clothes, that type of thing. Set short-term goals for yourself. Know your weaknesses and prepare for them. If you're used to, snacking in the car, bring healthy snacks. Don't go through McDonald's and get fries. Don't stop at the gas or the Walgreens and get a snack. Don't do that. Understand why you went off track in the first place. Get support. Get somebody that is you're accountable for too. Which I'm using you guys as my accountability partners. Understand your cravings, and sometimes your cravings are a sign of something that you're lacking. So you need to pay attention to those and try to figure it out. And he has in this post on his thing, there's a clickable link on understanding the cravings. And his last one is reboot, which means, do a juice cleanse. But anyway, the website, I tried to link it, but it's just rebootwithjoe.com, but that's just his blog spot. You can go in and search how to get back on track, and hopefully you'll get this, because this is some good reading if you're interested. So that's my little health pearl for the week. So shall we get into the knitting? I have a finished object this week. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen it already. It is my hand spun cowl, my design. The yarn is hand spun from fiber from Leading Man Fiber Arts. Links in the show notes. The colorway is You Betcha, which is the colorway for the last, zombie knit apocalypse. And, the pattern doesn't come out with this color, but I like the color and I will use this. I was knitting this one to try to modify the pattern, get it down. I still will use this. This is kind of what the pattern will look like. So, still working on the pattern, and I started another one, but anyway, this one's finished. I love it. It lays good. It blocked out well. I don't like a cowl that sits up here. I feel choky and I want to pull out all the time. I like this kind that comes down. And I also wanted to, when I was wanting to knit with my hand spun, I was looking for a pattern, because I know that with thick and thin yarn, you need a pattern that has, patterns. What do you call it? Just like patterning, so that it kind of helps hide the thick and thin. And I believe this pattern works well. Something I came up with. I love it. I'm gonna get it written up in the next week or two and put it in my Etsy store. And possibly put it on Ravelry. That's the finished object. Now my whips are long. I have a long list of whips. Starting with, I'm going to try to go in my happy, love what I'm knitting, which got a lot of love this week, in my Joanne Springs Knit Spin Farm bag. Links in the show notes to her Etsy store. Is my Hitchhiker, which is a bought pattern on Ravelry by Martina Bem. I am knitting it on worsted weight. The pattern calls for fingering weight, but I wanted a worsted weight Hitchhiker. I've got 2 fingering weights. I wanted to try the worsted weight. And isn't that just gorgeous? Here's where I was last week, at above the 11th tooth. Got a lot of stuff done. I had extra days off, so that's why. 10, 12, 14. I have 16 and a half teeth done of 42. I might just do the whole thing. But it's coming along swimmingly. I love it. I smile every time I pick this up to knit because I love the colors. The yarn is just a Red Heart Super Saver. It's nice and soft. It's very nice and easy to work with. And it is, the colorway is called Bright Mix. 100% acrylic. Sometimes it's good. It's soft. It's nice. I don't know if it's the dyeing process that makes it this way. I don't know. But that is my Hitchhiker. And I'm just going to show you. Just so you know, I'm not an expert. And I didn't go back and fix it. I have a design feature right here. I purled a knit row, which caused a little stockinette area. When I found it, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going back. So it's just going to be a design feature, as they say. As that's happy knitting. The next thing is in my Joanne Springs Knit Spin Farm bag. Links in the show notes. Little sock bag. I have a hoe. I finished the first sock. It's just a plain vanilla sock with the Fish Lips Kiss Heel, which is a bot pattern on Ravelry by the Sock Therapist. It's $1 and it's well worth it. Very, very nice. Very nice heel pattern. And working it with the Carbons. This is like the 4th or 5th sock that I've done with the Fish Lips Kiss Heel, and only the second one that I didn't have holes in the heel. I actually have holes in this one because I was laddering. During the heel, not at the heel. It's not a hole at the heel. It's right here above it where I was kind of laddering. So I'll just repair those little holes. But anyway, the yarn is Soft Like Kittens, who was a New Zealand dyer who isn't dyeing anymore, but she has a podcast called Gentle Ribbing. The color is Rhubarb Sock. No, Rhubarb Stock. It's just a little 2x2 ribbing, less than an inch, and less than an inch of stockinette. Then I went into the heel and did my foot and did the toe decreases. Love it. Actually, I just did the Kitchener before I started recording. It's like, I gotta have a hoe too. I was just so close. I finished it last night while watching Emma. Welcome back, Emma, from Baba Bats. I was knitting on it and I finished it except for the Kitchener. So I finished that tonight. I actually have not cast on the second sock yet. That will be done later. So that is that. The next one is in my Tangerine Designs cow bag. Links in the show notes to their Etsy store. They have bags and all kinds of other knitting things and crafts. This is my third cowl, so I could figure out what size needle. And this is my like butter needles. They are the Knit Picks Dreams, and they are, they knit so lovely. I haven't had a single problem. Awesome, awesome, awesome. This, like I said, is my pattern. The yarn, the needles are US 9, 5.5 millimeter, Knit Picks Dreams, 24-inch circular. Like butter. Hence the title. The yarn is Universal Yarns Classic Shades Frenzy. I believe this is a single, and it is thick and thin. So I saw this when I was getting my Christmas gifts at Notorious. And I was like, cowl. It is 70% acrylic and 30% wool, and the colorway is Thrill Ride. The lot numbers and stuff are in the show notes if you're interested. But so pretty. So pretty. And you can kind of see the patterning with this color a little better, but so pretty. Okay, and it's soft and squishy and thick and thin, so there's an option if you're not a spinner for this cowl pattern. All the information is in the show notes. And in my bag by Heather M12 on Ravelry and YouTube. Her Etsy store is H Unique Accessories, HUA.etsy.com. Links in the show notes. This is one of her bags. And in it, I have the hat pattern from in the yarn that I just purchased. The team colors, Red Heart team colors. And here's the hat. Let me show you the picture on the little. I just decided, I bought the yarn and then I saw this pattern. I'm like, oh, that'll be cute. That's a cute pattern. It's just a hat. You do 5 inches and then you do the crown decreases. Then you can't see it on the pattern, but you do a ear flap, knit ear flap between you put the markers, you do then you crochet all the round, and then you add this braided tassel braided thing. So it's going well. I started it Monday. I also started my cowl Monday, so got a lot done. I'm planning on hoping to get this done by next weekend, because it needs to be mailed out to get to the recipient by the 29th. A girl messaged me on Facebook from my high school alma mater and asked if I would be willing to donate some handmade items for a silent auction for a 6th grade trip to Chicago. I'm not really sure, but I thought, oh, sure, I can do it. I'm also going to make some black and gold jewelry to go with it. So these are the school colors, black and gold. So, and this yarn is not a happy, joy, but it's going to, it suits the purpose. So, not one of my things that I love, but I love the fact that I can do it and donate it, and maybe some extra kid gets to go to Chicago. So that's that. And I have one more thing. That's a crochet work in progress. I'm making a crochet pouch out of my leftover Leading Men Fiber Arts hand spun. I'm making a crocheted pouch. I'm going to make it big enough to put my phone into, I think. So I can throw it in my purse and not worry about the screen getting scratched or anything in my purse. So, and I just want to, use my stash, use it up. So that's that. It's just single crochet in the round. I chained I don't remember how many stitches, and then from the chain I did single crochet and then went around the opposite side, and it's just crocheted in the round until you get to where you want. Just no specific pattern, but I'm thinking for my phone, but it may just be a little pouch. I just had the desire to crochet. I'm crocheting it on size H, which is US 8 5mm crochet hook. That's all the whips. I'm still spinning the Malabrigo Noob, which is 100% merino wool. The color is 865 Bea Electra, and I just got a few more ounce, maybe an ounce and a half to spin. I am setting a goal to finish spinning it this weekend. So that's all of the fibery goodness, except there's a fun fibery goodness in the Pinterest this week. Let me have a little drink. And Pinterest is 18 important life lessons to learn from knitting. And I'm just it's just funny. Everyone can be a knitter, and anything can be knit. Kiefer Sutherland knitting a gun. And the best people in the world are knitters, and I hope that you can see this. There's a griff from Harry Potter. I do love knit patterns. The third one is knitting, and the time you spend doing it is priceless. And there's a little card that says knitting is like sex. If I like you and you appreciate it, it's free. Other than that, you can't pay me enough. Although, number 4 says, although bartering is a different story. And there's a girl with a sign that says, we'll knit for tattoos. Number 5, always get the good stuff. Life is too short to knit with cheap yarn. The joy of a completed project only matches all the pain of an unfinished one. And it's a little poster that says, what are you going to knit this winter? Half a sock, half a hat, or half a sweater. The number 7 is stashes are deeply personal. It says a lady never discusses the size of her stash. Knitting is incredible therapy. It says something about the rhythm, the calm, the watching the tiny stitches add up to creating a tangible result. Makes you feel like you can handle pretty much anything. And it helps to channel your emotions. Self-explanatory. I knit so I don't kill people. Number 10, knitting skills can come in handy in the strangest circumstances. Oh, Grandma, one hand like this. Oops, I knitted a scarf. 11, resourcefulness is the key. Remember my story, my knitting story, how I started knitting on two pair of needles or nails. They're using screwdrivers. 12, dream big, number 12. And there's a poster saying, let's knit sweaters for every cat in the neighborhood. Number 13, live on the edge. This one says, I'm making a sweater that doesn't fit. Gauge is for wusses. Step away from the internet. But not yet. Wait till the show's over. It says, that moment when you realize that the last 3 hours you spent looking at patterns on Ravelry, you could have been spending it knitting them. Number 15, it says, crocheters totally know what's up to. And here's a little poster. You guys are codependent. And 16, haters gonna hate. No knitting in the bar. Haters gonna hate. Number 17. So haters gonna hate. So hold your head up high and keep doing what you're doing. And there's a little thing that says knitting with balls. Knitting takes balls. And finally, number 18. Because while knitting may not solve all your problems, it definitely makes you feel a whole lot less stressed. And here's a little poster. If you're having purl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a stitch ain't one. I thought that was kind of fun. So that was the Pinterest. Now Stumble is just short and sweet. It is like a little poster thing. And I thought it was according to whatever your journey is. Your journey has molded you for the greater good. It was exactly what it needed to be. Don't think you've lost time it took each and every situation you have encountered to bring you to the now. And now is right on time. Okay, for the interruption. Your journey has molded you for the greater good. It was exactly what it needed to be. Don't think you've lost time. It took each and every situation you have encountered to bring you to the now. And right now, now is right on time. Okay, you guys. That is all of this show. If you were entertained and inspired and you haven't yet, go down over here. Oh, click that red button of subscribe. Go over here and hit the thumbs up. Leave a comment in the section below, and I would really appreciate it. And just in case I forgot, this is like take number 2 because I was almost finished and somebody started talking loudly in the background, and so I had to restart. So I just wanted to say, if I have already said it, I'm sorry, but if you have something that you want to donate for prizes to this podcast, it would be much appreciated. If you had something, that you want to promote, you want me to promote on my podcast, although my podcast is small, I would be happy to promote it with a, prize gifts and contests. So just let me know. You can private message me on Ravelry. I am One Fine Cow. You can private message me here on YouTube, I believe. If not, just Ravelry or leave me a message and it would be much appreciated. This is the first time in almost a year that I've asked, but I am asking for donations, or I'm asking for the ability to promote your products. I would really appreciate it. So I hope you guys have got to go out and enjoy the sunshine, and it's been beautiful here. So anyway, have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you next week. Bye, you guys.